Christine Sage.
So I did my first show with Porters of Hellsgate about 5 years ago now. I did Henry V. I played the boy. It was very fun. Really good introduction to the whole company. A little less than a year later, I did Othello, playing Bianca and playing the ukulele. It was a really nice adaptation. And then we did Henry VI, and I played King Henry VI in all 3 parts. And then this last spring, we did a production of The Tempest, and I played Ariel. And I played Ariel up on Ariel silks hanging down from the ceiling. Alex Parker, our director, came to me with the idea, and he said that he was interested in having an Ariel go up and down ropes and be able to come from the ceiling and up the ceiling and on ropes throughout the space. Ariel is a mythical spirit of magic and of the land, and anytime that Ariel is just a human walking around with a funny human body, I don't read it as magical, as different, as non-humanoid. So the idea of getting an Ariel that could really bring magic into a small theater and come from the ceiling was really interesting to me. I decided to perhaps lead us towards something a little bit more in my wheelhouse. So we moved to Ariel silks, which I knew we could do lots of flowing water-like qualities with, and actual tricks up and down the entire silk. I kept at Ariel silks because it's dance, which I love, it's performative, and it pushes my body to try things and to do things that are scary and drops and elevation, and I love all of that. And it's a really cool challenge. I did my first Shakespeare play when I was in middle school, and I had absolutely no idea what I was saying. I started to really understand Shakespeare more in college and get into the beauty of the rules within his writing. I love that Shakespeare speaks to everyone. He's a white, old cis dude, just like so many other authors, but he really spoke to something that all humans can understand. And I appreciate now, with our time, that we're getting into more and more interesting ways of doing Shakespeare. And that's something that I'm very interested about Shakespeare happening in Los Angeles right now, is that more and more companies are interested in pushing boundaries, in casting gender and race non-traditional performances, and in seeing what Shakespeare can say for more people. Not that the same old way doesn't have great value, but there are new ways, and it is okay to break tradition. And that's something that the Porters have tried to and are continuing to try to push their own boundaries with, which I appreciate. And it's also something very exciting that I see in other places in Shakespeare in LA, and also in my future going forward with Shakespeare, is how I can find new pathways with his texts for new audiences and new people.